Brought to you by Aman Auctions, the worldwide leader in antique tractor auctions.
As recently as 1990, Warren Prather's life was completely tractor-free. He didn't own one, and no offense to all the tractor people out there, he didn't want to own one. At least, that's what he thought.
But when I found this tractor or ran across, it was only happen chance. I wasn't looking for a tractor.
It's true. Warren Prather of Pekin, Illinois thought he was going to Kansas for a high school reunion. Catching classic tractor fever was the last thing on his mind.
After our class reunion, we went to our in-laws to visit them before we returned to Illinois, talked about old equipment. He asked me if I wanted to see an old tractor. Went out behind his place a quarter of a mile and walking through timber and various other pieces of junk, and here they set this old tractor next to a building, said he'd parked it there 25 years earlier. And I guess you'd have to say right at that point, I got bit by the bug.
Yep, just like that, Warren Prather's life was changed forever. Somehow he knew he had to have that tractor.
And the following year, in 1991, over the July 4th holiday, we took a pickup and a trailer out to Kansas, loaded it up, trailered it back.
What kind of tractor causes this kind of sickness in an otherwise reasonable human being? Well, say hello to the 1928 1832K from Case.
The 18 designates the horsepower rating at the drawbar. The 32 is the horsepower rating at the belt pulley.
This 28 Case is a cross-motor tractor. That's right. Instead of an engine-mounted front to rear, this four-cylinder 382 cubic inch classic tractor power plant is mounted side to side.
Further investigation and study on it, after we acquired the tractor, I found out that the cross engine sitting crossways was had all straight gears, no bevel gears.
Cross-mounting the motor also made the 1832 more maneuverable. The shorter the wheelbase, the shorter the turning radius. Restoration of the 28 1832K didn't happen overnight. In fact, it took more than 7 years.
If I was to pick a word, I'd say it was patience. We didn't hurry it. We took time. When we got to a roadblock, so to speak, we'd just set everything aside, go to some shows, try to get some information.
Warren's patience paid off handsomely. You can see it in the brass, bronze, and copper fittings. You can see it in the hand lettering, no decals here, and the hand-painted pinstripes. And what about this painstakingly reconstructed original curved-in gas tank? Talk about attention to detail.
Well, we actually took every nut, every bolt apart. And then upon inspection, anything that was damaged and or broken, we fixed or repaired.
But the icing on this 28 Case of a cake is as much a feast for the ears as it is for the eyes.
I found this whistle in Jacksonville down below Springfield, and I knew it was an option for the tractor, but I needed this valve, and I advertised, didn't have any luck. But I knew a guy that had one. He sent me some pictures from that. I made a blueprint. From the blueprint, I made a wood pattern. From the pattern, I got castings made.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Very sweet-sounding history. We'd love to have Warren show us the rest of his tractors in his collection, but he can't.
Some guys have barns full and sheds full. We've got one.
A collection of one. But nothing wrong with that, especially when that one tractor is as rare and as pretty as this one is.
Our first show was the World Expo in Ankeny, Iowa in 1999, and we trailered it all the way out there. And when we got to the show, the Case people that were there, they gave us a round of applause when we pulled in with it.
Warren Prather's 1928 1832 Model K. People applauded at its first public appearance, and they've been applauding ever since.